Elimination Chamber 2026 might be the most important stop on the road to WrestleMania this year, and we are here to talk about it. Hey guys, welcome to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast, Elimination Chamber 2026 predictions video. And we had a stacked card to talk about. We've got two chamber matches and two championship matches to break down, coming to you guys live from the United Center in Chicago at 7 p.m. on the ESPN app. And we're going to break it all down. As always, I am Mike, joined with Mr. T. Reese and Mr. Sean O'Neill. And fellas, this is the last PLE of season one of our predictions videos, but also the last PLE until WrestleMania. So let's get into it. How are we feeling?
I'm very interested because this particular pay-per-view is going to make or break WrestleMania. So whatever they decide on this particular tournament, it's going to decide WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So if they have a piss poor show, it does not bode well because they struggled selling tickets for this. I mean, it was all over the news. I think they had to cut prices just to get the sales up.
I saw that.
Yep. So this is make or break. And I think right now, there's a lot of rumors about Triple H. I think WrestleMania is his shot. I think if it's another crappy WrestleMania, he's probably out.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
The problem with that is who would you replace him with? But this Elimination Chamber is huge because obviously it finishes setting up your major players for the big matches of Mania. And it's too bad that some of the people like Bronson Reed aren't going to be able to be in these matches like they were originally meant to be. I think that's going to be a big thing that's going to be missed from that. And I'm kind of surprised about the ticket sales thing, considering as Chicago, especially with Punk, is usually a pretty good sell for WWE.
Or it's the prices, though. Prices
It
are
is.
high.
Yep.
Prices are high.
That's what I was going to say, is that this is tying back to something we talked about the other day with TKO pricing people out of things. And it's between this as a regular PLE and the upcoming WrestleMania, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into the matches then. We'll do a singles match and then we'll do a chamber match, and we'll kind of just sort of go in that direction. So we'll start off with what actually I think probably one of the chamber matches will open, but we'll start off with the women's intercontinental title match between big time Becky Lynch and in her first singles match since she returned. Since about 10 years ago, AJ Lee, the challenger in her hometown of Chicago. And I will kick it over to you for this one, Sean. Who do you have and why?
So I don't think that this match has a winner. I think that this match ends in a DQ. So that way we can continue it and have a viable reason for this to keep going into WrestleMania. I think that a DQ is the easiest way to tell that story. And sometimes simpler is better.
All right, short and sweet. I like that.
We kind of line this up for AJ Lee to win it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're lining this up for. But they've been writing a storyline too long, that to the point where now it's almost dull. It's like this. It just seems like it's on repeat every week. So I'm gonna tell you this: they got to have a good match. They have to have a good match in order to continue to sell this story, because you still got a couple of months to go before Mania, and you're gonna have to really, as long as they've been writing this storyline, you're really gonna need to do something to keep people vested in that. But I think I agree with you, Sean. I don't think there's going to be a winner in this match. I think Becky Lynch is going to do some DQ stuff to hold on to the belt, and that's how it's going to end.
Well, I have a comfortable enough lead on both of you, so I'm going to go a little bit different here on this one. I think AJ Lee is going to walk out of this with the title, but I do not think she's going to win clean, to your point. I think that given that it's in Chicago and it's kind of like home field advantage for her. I think WWE is a moment company more than they are anything else. And I think AJ is going to be walking out of the United Center with the title. I think Becky, Sean, I might have got this from you. I don't remember, but I think
Yep.
Becky is going to do something to kind of cheat, if you will, and she's going to get caught and it's going to cost her. And I think AJ will pick up the win here. I don't think they're going to beat AJ for a while. I think her and Becky might even have their rematch. I know I was originally going to say that something was going to happen with Maxine and Natty, but given what happened on Raw the other day with Maxine just getting knocked out randomly, which was kind of dumb, I think that AJ's just going to win, and because Becky's going to do something dumb that's going to cost her, and maybe we'll have a multi-person at WrestleMania, including Maxine and Natty. But yeah, I don't think AJ's going to lose her first singles match. I don't think that works for me. I don't think that's something WWE would do.
That's why I thought of DQ, but you're right. I did when we were talking about one of the possibilities for them for this setup. That was one of the things you and I talked about was it definitely not having a clean ending, and AJ possibly. I think I mentioned AJ possibly taking advantage of like Becky's ego and going from there.
All right.
I just don't see this being a clean match. It just
Yeah.
won't. And I just don't think. I don't know what else you can do to keep it interesting once AJ Lee wins it.
Yeah. Well, WWE has not really had a good track record lately of keeping some things interesting. So I don't really know.
Right.
I just really am of the mind that they're not going to have her lose her first singles match. I just don't think it's going to happen.
DQ's not a loss.
No, I know. I know a DQ is not a loss, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think the crowd would be kind of pissed, but because it is in Chicago. If it were anywhere else, I would say maybe you're right. I don't know. I have this feeling in my gut that I think she's just going to take it. But
I mean, they have, you know, had people lose in their hometowns.
Look
you
at
know,
Beth Phoenix.
yeah, Beth Phoenix. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm still going to go with it though. Still going to go with it. So I got the points to spare, Reese. I got the points to spare.
I got you. I got you.
We got to do better next season, T.
Yeah, you got to do better. You guys got to do better when we get into season two for WrestleMania here. So that takes us to the women's chamber match, which will likely be the match that opens the show. And that is going to be between returning Tiffany Stratton, Mommy, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss back in the mix, my girl Asuka, Raquel, and the surprise Kiana James as well. So let's do a couple of things here just to make this fun. Um, I want to know A, who you've got for the winner, and then B, who do you have as the first two out?
Like
And
the
I'll start
first
with
two competitors.
the first two competitors of the six. And Reese, I'll kick it over to you for this one.
Oof. Man, you caught me off guard with this one, my friend. Okay. So, first two competitors right off the muscle is going to probably be I'm guessing Alexa Bliss and Raquel Rodriguez.
Like
to
it.
start. I think that's who's going to start it. As far as who's going to win it, see, the problem is that Tiffy and Rhea have been on the shelf for a while now. So it's going to be decided between those two.
Great.
And of the two, you're probably going to want to push Rhea right now. I think Rhea Ripley wins it.
All right.
Send it.
Rhea Ripley. Send it.
So
You want me to go, Sean, or do you want to go?
I got it. So I think that to start, it's definitely one of them's definitely going to be Raquel, and I don't know that it's going to be Alexa. I'm thinking Raquel and Asuka are going to be the two that start. And much like T said, there's only a couple believable people in this. You and I discussed it, I think, on our SmackDown review the other day. I think that one of the potential people that could tell the best storyline would be Alexa Bliss winning, because then you could have the breakup between her and Charlotte start, with Charlotte being jealous of Alexa getting the title match and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a real hard time picking against Tiffany Stratton coming back and her being an actual SmackDown star and potentially being someone to dethrone the terrible reign of Jade. You know what? Since it's not for points anymore, since I can't catch you, chalk me down for Alexa Bliss.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot. I think, and I agree with what you said, Sean. I think Alexa would be like, of everybody in this match, Alexa would be the best story, right? Because Tiffany and Jadeberg have already had a match. Asuka and Jadeberg have already had a match. Raquel would not be interesting. Kiana James would be cool, but it would not, she's not ready for this. She was not ready for it yet. And Rhea seems like the safe choice, right? Like Rhea seems like the safe choice, probably the right choice. And I agree with Reese. I'm gonna also go with Rhea Ripley because I do agree with Reese. She's the biggest star. It makes the most sense. That's the biggest match that you can do. And I feel like I reserve my right to change that if her and Io retain the titles on Friday, because they are going to defend those titles against Nia and Lash on Friday. So if they lose those titles on SmackDown, Rhea's going to win 100%. If they retain those titles, then I agree that I think Tiffany will probably win. But for now, given that we're doing this on Wednesday, I think Rhea's going to win. And for my first entries, I would say I agree that Asuka will definitely be one of the first ones out. And frankly, I would love it if Asuka won. I'd love Asuka to get another title run. I think that would be fantastic for her. She's in desperate need of just some momentum, because just like her thing with Kyrie is really funny and I kind of enjoy that. But yeah, I think Asuka and Alexa will probably be the first two for me.
The What you said about the tag titles was the main reason why I didn't want to pick Rhea. I feel like they're going to be in. I feel like that's the big program for them, is them still holding the tag belts going into Mania.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's not it anymore. I think that Nia and Lash will hold them into Mania, and they will have a fatal four-way against Bailey and Lyra, the Bellas, and probably Asuka and Kyrie.
Hmm.
And the Bellas will probably win.
Yeah, sadly.
I just don't know what you do with Tiffany now.
That's the
Exactly.
only thing, right? Maybe it will. We briefly brought this up and we kind of fantasy booked it a little bit. I think if you want to make the US title for the women relevant, you have Tiffany just beat Julia.
Yeah, because that's one of the disappointments from Triple H right now for me.
Julia? Yeah.
Just the way he's handling all the foreign wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like he has. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out storylines for these.
It's really not, and they're so good. Julia's
Right.
so good in the ring. She's like one of the best wrestlers you have. It's so easy.
Turning them into holdover wrestlers, just holdover
Yep.
belt.
Yep.
I think is disrespectful. I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's disrespectful for what they're doing to them. Now, a lot of them don't say anything until they really get, like I said, we don't even know why Andrade left. He left, right? They were supposed to win those belts. You know that?
Yeah.
And he left before that. So maybe he's like, you know what? This is all BS. Enough.
Rumor was he was a backstage issue.
No, I mean, but why? I mean, why bring him back then?
Maybe they thought that he had cleaned up his act.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Who's determining it's a backstage issue? Maybe he's complaining about the stuff we're complaining about.
Maybe.
And they're trying to say, oh, he didn't want to listen and he was hard to work with.
That's what I'm thing to do.
Wasn't happy with the way they were treating him. I mean, look at Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is awesome.
Yeah. You mean the king of the jobbers right now?
King of the jobbers right now.
How disrespectful is it?
Mm-hmm.
You have these big name luchadors signed to your company, made a big deal about it, and you're doing nothing with them.
If their name's not Penta,
Penta's pretty over. Penta is really, really over.
But you're not letting him win anything.
He's probably going to win the IC belt.
He's probably going to win the IC belt.
But he's so overdue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. He should have won the IC belt 6 months ago.
What they should have did was, if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to put anything on these two, just tag them up.
Mm-hmm.
You need tag teams.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Especially interesting.
Especially interesting ones.
Yep.
I mean, that landscape. Yeah, right?
4 letters.
I'm so tired of Yeet. I mean, is there anything more depressing than to hear that repeatedly over and over again? Yes.
Gotta roll it back.
Roll it back.
The shame was, remember we were talking before when Jay had his run, won the belt, how impressive it was, the way he was able to use the microphone and whatnot. And we said how interesting it would be if he can carry this over.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't.
He reverted right back to what he was doing before.
Yep.
Barely can talk on the microphone. Yeeting in the middle of matches.
Yeah, it's so bad, dude. He's gotten so bad. Like, yeah, he's become a cartoon character. Like, and
he's a character.
I can't with the cartoon characters in wrestling anymore. Like, that's how I feel about the Wyatts. Like, I can't with these cartoon characters who just completely take me out of the moment.
But you're not even making them interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of there.
Right. Like if you could tell a believable story with these characters, it might make them likable. But when you have people like Jay, who his personality is literally 4 letters, 1 word, like there's nothing interesting with that.
Dude, with the Wyatts, you should be treating them the same way they treated Bray.
Yeah.
Get involved with somebody, go after somebody, have that storyline, then let them disappear for a little while. Then you resurface them again when you need them again. And that's what they should be doing. So then it's more now when they come back and they disappear and they come back, it's more exciting that way. Because you just don't know when they're coming back again.
Yeah.
Well, and they don't go after anybody serious either.
Right.
Like, let's be honest. They're going after Solo Sikoa's group right now, which has fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, have him. And the thing is, and I've said this many times on this channel, Bo Dallas doesn't wrestle at all.
No.
Like, I mean, the other 2 guys have been wrestling a bunch, but Bo Dallas does not wrestle. This will be like his first match, I think, since Bray Wyatt has passed. I don't think he's wrestled at all.
He had one other one.
He's wrestled.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Not enough to be memorable.
Yeah.
But he has.
Anyway, that takes us to the men's WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between our champion Phil CM Punk and Finn Balor. This one probably seems pretty obvious. Punk in Chicago as champion. I mean, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. If he loses here, it's the most shocking moment of 2026 by a
Yeah,
mile. I think
yeah,
there's a 0.0% chance he loses here. No chance. Like your main event of WrestleMania is so locked in right now. Him and Roman, night two. Like that's it. I mean, do you am I crazy here, guys? Or
Uh,
here's here's my question for you. Does Roman show up?
hmm,
I mean, since this is a pretty much, I'm sure we're all probably going to agree with who's going to win this match. But my question for you guys is A, does Roman show up? And B, how does the match end?
I think he shows up depending on. I mean, I think if CM Punk wins, Roman Reigns shows up, and that's how that match is. That's how it's going to conclude the show.
yeah, probably after. That makes a lot of sense for Roman to show up after.
Yep,
And you close the show out with him throwing up the one.
yep.
Do you think this is going to be the main event, or do you think the men's chamber will be the main event?
I think they're going to make that the main event because of the Roman thing.
Yeah, I think
Mm,
this will end up being the main event. I
You have to
think that,
close the show with that moment.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
I
Roman
think
holding the title over him. Yeah, I could see that.
like after he spears him or something.
Yeah, Roman picking up the title and going like this. Yeah,
And let's
I
be
could see
honest,
it.
Finn Balor has to lose this match. This is while you start the turning of the rumored face he's going to become.
Yeah,
Balor?
Yep. I think what's going
I
to happen,
think,
Judgment Day is going to try and interfere. They're going to cost him the match,
yep.
and that's where the breakup starts.
And not just the Judgment Day, but it's going to be Dom specifically that ends up accidentally costing him the match.
Yes.
Especially with how he was acting on Monday, with how, oh well, you guys didn't come out and back me up. Now I have to defend my title, and acting like he was throwing a temper tantrum. I
Yeah.
am 90% sure that it's going to be Dom who inadvertently costs Finn the match.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And that'd probably be a Mania match.
Yeah, I could see Dom versus Finn.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think Dom's going to have the IC title by then, though. I really think Penta's going to take it from him on Monday.
So do
Hey.
I.
Hmm?
What'd you say?
I think Penta's going to take it from him on Monday when they have their match.
I certainly hope so.
I mean, it'd be a great moment. And then you could finally like it'd be such a good thing for that title. Like you could finally start like having that title be defended in like excellent matches. Like that
Yep.
could be the main event of Raw a bunch of times and could close out the show and could just be an awesome match for that belt to close out a Raw. Like and you could do it for like the next 3 months, you know? Be fantastic.
I did love CM Punk calling him out for a guy who never wrestles for his belts.
Yep.
I
He's
mean,
so good.
part of
He's so good on the
part
mic.
part of that wasn't Dom's fault, considering he was injured. But I'm kind of surprised that WWE didn't end up stripping him of the title because usually, if you're out for like a month, they strip you, don't they?
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what the rhyme or the reason is behind that, but yeah.
Title, and I'm just like, what? I mean, why? Why does he even have that?
In the AAA title, he actually because he defends that actually a lot. He's real popular in AAA.
No, but I don't understand the point. If you're gonna, why is he holding on to this other title and never wrestling it, and playing and then but wrestling every AAA title?
Yeah. He does not need the actually I think the AAA title actually helps the character more. And I don't think that he needs the IC strap anymore at all, to Reese's point. Like I think he could drop that and he would be completely fine.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah,
Which takes us to the men's chamber match, and this one is stacked. You have Cody Rhodes, the current betting favorite, the Viper, Randy Orton, LA Knight, yeah. Uh, Up and coming star Trick Williams, the young OG Javon Evans, and main event Eat Jay Uso. Sean, I'll kick it over to you for this one. Your first two out and your winner.
personally, can I say how incredibly disappointed I am that we're getting Jey Uso instead of Bronson Reed. I think that missing out on the big guy in a match like this is going to be a huge loss for this type of match because you really don't have anybody of that style of wrestler in there now. And the second question I'm going to have you guys think about when you give your answers for this is how many times is Jay going to run it back, especially if he's waiting in a pod? I think your first two are going to be Randy Orton and Trick Williams. And I think the only person that it makes sense, actually, no, I take that back. It's going to be LA Knight and Trick Williams as your first two. And the only person that it makes sense to have win this is Cody. Like, literally, nobody else that is in this match is in any kind of storyline with Drew. And we have to get our way to the match.
I mean, Orton kind of is, but I'll let Reese go.
Not to the same degree.
Well, I mean, you can definitely add it very easily to that storyline. But whenever you have a match where you have so many young guys and guys who have never been in the Elimination Chamber, one of the veterans have to take the lead to control the match. And I think in that situation, more than likely, it's going to be Randy Orton to start the pace of the match. And I think you were onto something when you said Trick. So I think it will be Trick. And Randy's going to help ease him in because Randy's the perfect guy to help him ease in because he's not one of those speed guys and he takes his time in the matches. So we can set the tone. As far as who wins, I mean, you could definitely argue me. I mean, you could definitely, I believe you if you said Orton won. And I believe you if you said that Cody won. I could believe both of those. But I mean, if I had to choose, man, I want to say it's going to be a triple threat. But I just don't know how you could do that. How you can angle it together if Orton won. No. Cody wins. Orton gets pissed off. And he somehow gets included into a three-way match.
You know what? I was actually going to just steal the thunder there completely because I was of the mind that. So remember last year, the main event of the show was the men's chamber match, which John Cena won. And then Dwayne Johnson came out and did the throat slit thing. And that is when John Cena turned heel. I am of the mind that this is going to be the main event of the show. Cody is going to win, and Cody is going to eat an RKO to close out the show. Randy is going to turn heel on Cody, eat an RKO. Cody's going to eat an RKO, and that is going to close out the show. And I think that Randy is going to be standing over Cody, and Randy's going to find his way into the match.
I struggle with that though because I'm still of a firm belief that it's going to be a fatal four-way at Mania.
I no longer think Sammy's going to be in the match. I think Jacob might. Jacob might be in the match, but Sammy will not. I think Sammy's going to have a match with Trick.
It's going to be Brock Lesnar.
Oh God, I hope not. Especially with him doing the open challenge. I really hope
not.
Yeah,
I think Brock Lesnar is going to have a match with LA Knight or Oba Femi or maybe Oba and Gunther.
Well, if you're going to call a four-way, who's the fourth?
For the title?
That would make sense.
The title's going to, I mean, Cody and Jacob still have their thing going on. Jacob has still been like pissing and moaning all over SmackDown trying to get his hands on Drew. So Jacob might find his way into that title match too.
I think it's going to be Drew, Sammy, Cody, and Jacob at Mania.
I think it's going to be Cody, Randy, Jacob, and Drew. And I think I kind of want Randy to win. I kind of want Randy to be the champion.
I would like to see him be champion.
Yeah, I'd like to see Randy be champion one more time.
Who are your first two in the match?
I like what Reese said. I think Randy makes a lot of sense being the first one. Randy or Cody, one of the two of them will definitely be one of the first ones, just because, yeah, veteran, absolutely. And honestly, probably Javon Evans. I could see Cody and Javon Evans kind of mixing it up for a little while. It'll be like a kind of like a fun little thing here because, except for Trick, everybody's a face. They're all
Yeah.
faces. So, I mean, I think Cody and Javon will just kind of mix it up. It'll be a little fun. They'll give Javon some opportunities to like, because Javon by far is the youngest one in this match. What is he like,
Oh yeah.
22 years old? You know, so I mean, Javon's going to need some time to like, you know, get with the flow, like what Reese was saying, and kind of just slow down the pace a little bit because Javon is such a high flyer. You know, he's probably going to have some like ridiculous thing here. Some, he's gonna do some totally he's gonna jump off the top of the cage or something crazy like that, Like it's gonna be nuts. So but yeah.
I think he'd be in the ring that early because he'll be. I bet you he's the last one in.
You think?
Second to last.
Absolutely. He's going to be the last one to enter the ring. And he'll be all his stuff, all his moves as he enters the ring, and then you slowly move him out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. It could just be Cody and LA Knight to start too.
Yeah. There is one big elephant in the room though that we still have to talk about for Elimination Chamber.
And
that's what's in the box? What's in the box, man?
What's in the box? So
you want to go Friday?
Well, no, they said it's that they're gonna Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are gonna open the box together at Elimination Chamber.
So stupid.
So there's a lot of rumors floating around as to what is in said box. But Sean, since you brought it up, I will let you go first.
Oh no, I want you to go first.
Okay. I think if it's a person, it's really freaking stupid. Like you just had somebody in there for 2 weeks. Like what? Is there a shitter in there? Is there food in there? Like what are we doing? So if a person comes out of that box, you can any rumor that you might have seen online that Vince McMahon is back, you can probably start to believe that. But if not, the right thing would be if there's a countdown clock in there.
You liked my idea.
If there is a countdown clock in that box and it has whatever the date is that either somebody is going to return, likely Chris Jericho, it will probably be a countdown clock that will be however many days until WrestleMania. That'll probably be what it'll be. Somebody's going to get an open challenge. Maybe it'll be a US title open challenge at WrestleMania, something, but it'll probably be for that, and it'll probably be Chris Jericho.
I think but I do think so you say he shows up at Elimination Chamber?
No, there's just a clock in there. Just a clock.
Like the Y2J countdown clock.
Yep.
Interesting.
Dude, if it's a person in there, if it's like Royce Keys or some shit, would be like, what the fuck are we doing? Pardon my French. Like, what are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out how he can get incorporated into it without with showing up.
He's just chilling in the box with all of Fozzy.
Right.
The entire band is in there.
Or you have some jobber get in the ring.
Tozawa and Otis.
Open up this box thing. And they open up the clock, and then Jericho shows up in the ring. I don't know, man. It's too cheesy to have a clock in there. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Going to be R-Truth debuting his newest country music video.
Oh, my goodness.
So, he's thinking still. I'll give him mine. If it's a person, I think Royce Keys. Just because you don't really have many other like debut things to do at the moment. And then I've been reading some interesting things about how this could be something that ties back to Gunther and his like temper tantrum on Monday night as he was getting escorted out of the building before the AJ Styles uh like segment for the end of the night. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was something Gunther related either.
Like what? No.
Yeah.
Something career killer related. Like maybe
Like
him
what? Like what though?
maybe like him getting like something to reference like the fact that he keeps ending people's careers. Something to because as of right now, Gunther doesn't really have anything for Mania, and there's no way Gunther isn't going to be on the Mania card.
That would be the most boring surprise.
I'm just saying that was one of the things I've been hearing. I personally think it's probably going to be Royce Keys. All bloated because he hasn't taken a dump in 2 weeks.
I think I know. No, it's not going to be Royce Keys. I think it's going to be Jericho. I do like Mike's clock thing, and maybe there's
he's still on the AEW roster page though. So I don't know if he's gonna show up on Saturday. I heard some stuff that Tony Khan got real bedwetty like he does, and froze his contract for a couple of months.
Yep. We don't know how long he froze it for is the problem.
I want it to be Jericho. I'd love it if he showed up, but I don't know.
I'm trying to think about who's been missing.
Who's been injured a while?
Who haven't we heard from in a long time?
The Great Khali.
Kevin Owens?
No, he's still out with his neck.
Adam Copeland.
Hey,
he dead. No, he's due back at AEW any day now.
I thought his contract was up.
No, he's got stuff still going on there. It's going to be an empty box, and they're going to announce it as John Cena. I just have a feeling it's going to be incredibly underwhelming.
I'm sorry. I got to go with Jericho.
All right.
Even though he's showing up on their roster, a lot of times the rumors halves truths, halves not. I just find it hard to believe that it's not going to be Jericho. I mean,
it's going to be Dave Meltzer.
Who else are you really doing all this for? Like, really, who are you really doing this for?
I mean, it reminds me of that that angle they had on that one episode of Raw with the golden egg from that movie, Red. What was it called? Red Fin or something like that. The movie with Ryan Reynolds and The Rock.
Yeah.
Whatever that was called, Red Stripe, Red Fin, something like that. Red Bun.
Captain America.
Red Notice.
Wasn't it
Red Notice? Was it Red Notice?
Something like that.
Was one, right?
It had Gal Gadot in it as well on Netflix.
Yeah, they were like thieves or something like that. And they were trying to steal those things for the something. I don't remember.
The Russian eggs.
I think it was.
It was those eggs, and that's why Vince McMahon had the egg, and he was like, "Oh, this is a real golden egg."
Watch it be Vince in the box.
It should be Vince in the box.
Goodness. I don't know, man. There's only one person you would even bother doing this for, right? I mean, how are you going to do all this just to disappoint everybody? You're not trying to lose fans, and you would just absolutely lose fans.
That's why I feel like something Jericho related has to be what's in it. It's the only thing that makes sense. That's not stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's going to be the brand new Andre the Giant Battle Royale trophy.
I mean, can
That
we
might be
all
it.
put a hope in Triple H finally? Just a little bit. I mean, I just
Dude,
understand. And remember, Sean, you had said that who would you replace Triple H with? Paul Heyman.
yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
call.
No, that's a really good idea. I mean, Heyman is a fantastic booker.
Paul Heyman would completely change the landscape of that entire company. And now that he knows how the real business side works, outside of how he used to run ECW, he'd kill it. He
As
would,
long as they give him carte blanche to actually run it.
huh?
As long as they actually give him carte blanche to run it.
I wouldn't even have to. I mean, who else are they going to call in?
Eric
No,
Bischoff.
I just mean that you don't. I just mean that you don't have too many of the like higher ups meddling with it. If you're gonna have Heyman do it, let Heyman run it the way he wants to.
I mean, they're going to do that regardless. It's TKO.
I think you're right, Reese. I don't think H is going to be around much longer. I really
Yeah,
don't. Like they're blaming him for the WrestleMania ticket sales. They're not even looking in the mirror at all at the ticket pricing. They
yeah,
really are like everywhere you look and every story you read is 100% blaming Triple H and the creative for the WrestleMania ticket sales.
yep.
Yep.
And I knew this was going to happen.
Hmm.
You knew this was going to happen as soon as TKO got involved. They're one of the most greediest companies, and they don't pay very well.
Mm-mm.
Now
No.
they're going to the WWE name is all they're going to ride on because UFC fighters they don't make very much money.
No, absolutely not. So, all right. So that is our show, guys. And those are our predictions for Elimination Chamber 2026. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who do you think are going to be the winners and the losers of the show? Do you think there's going to be any surprise returns? And what do you think the main event is going to be? So, with that, I have been Mike, joined by Mr. T. Reese and Mr. Sean O'Neill. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. Enjoy Elimination Chamber. We will likely have a live stream for you guys coming Saturday. So watch the show along with us and enjoy. So with that, have yourselves a fantastic evening and take care. Recording.